more interesting than that. You know.
Okay.
It's subjective, you know. Some paintings you go, oh, this guy really is horrible, and some people like it. Painting is very, very, it's unique. Like you'll go down to Art Basel and you look at 500 paintings, you go, this stuff is terrible, and other people go, this is brilliant. It's really very peculiar about art, so we'll pass on that.
Okay. Well, what I find so brilliant is the fact that in your downtime, you still manage to do something like an entire art collection that then goes on display.
Yeah.
And so it's not, as you say, downtime, because you're just always on the go, like a Duracell bunny, just finding something to do.
Guys, she's flattering me. I'm really not that ambitious. It's like, seriously, it's this volcano, boom, and then it just, chills out, becomes dormant, and then boom, it happens again. Because no one can keep going boom, boom all the time. You just blow up. It's really peaks and valleys. Life is all peaks and valleys. There was a time I couldn't get a job, and from, what was it, 98, remember, to 98 to Rocky 6. Literally nothing. That's why I did Spy Kids. That was it. They go, hey.
Playmaker!
We're somewhere in amongst all of that.
That was it.
To set up.
That wasn't a choice. That was it.
You managed to...
Who did I?
A podcast network.
Yeah. Well, I didn't set it up.
You didn't.
My
You
daughter
set your
said,
name to it.
I wouldn't know where to start with a podcast. But I find it really interesting. Again, it's a new form of people getting their information. It's fantastic. But I don't do it. I couldn't do it every day. It takes too much discipline.
What about your production company then? What kind
That's
of
something
involvement
else.
do you have in that?
Balboa Productions. You know what it is? Thank you. I think life is one big bicycle wheel. It's going to come around. And I'm a big believer in action films. They go, oh, action films. And sometimes in Hollywood, action films are looked down on, like, oh, this is the bottom of the artistic basement, which is BS. It's so hard to do a great action film. And I'm talking about everything, not just me, I'm talking these Marvels, whatever. This is years and hundreds of millions of dollars. And what they're trying to create, really, are mythical figures. Every society, since the dawn of time, since it crawled out of a cave, has had some deity, something to worship and something to live to. So why are we here? So they create Achilles and this, and Homer and the Odyssey and so on and so forth. Well, as each generation moves on, today, modern mythology is based on heroes that we see in cinema. But it should be the heroes we see in everyday life, like cops and policemen and doctors and surgeons. They're the heroes, you know what I mean? And by the way, plumbers. Plumbers are the biggest heroes in the world. They get no credit. Think about a world without plumbers. Need I say anymore? That's right. Next time, you'll think twice about the way you flush. Yeah, I miss that guy. One of the great inventors of all time. Someday I was going to do a movie on the first toilet. All right, it's in the works. I know, we're excited about it. But no, so you look at action films, Charles Bronson, Clint Eastwood, it's modern mythology, Rambo. And that's what's taken the place of the more historical mythology. So I look at action films as something that's necessary about morality, good versus evil. It's real simple. It really is simple. And people take it to heart because it's in our DNA. Protecting the family, this and that, taking out the bad guy. I mean, it's good. It's good over evil. Every society has had it since the dawn of time. So I look at it with great pride. And when I started out with Rambo, I was the 11th choice. Nobody wanted to do it. No one. Everyone passed. And I go, you guys are idiots. This is fantastic stuff. This is like... I mean, we had to clear away a few things here and there, but it was an interesting character because it's about America being the father and Rambo being the son, and then the son does what the father wants, and then the father says, get lost, rejects them. So it's about rejection. Everyone can relate to that on a subliminal level. So my point is, I love these kind of films. That's what Balboa Productions are bringing back those kinds of man against the man.